I often say that whilst Wellington would make a fascinating dinner party guest, he isn't someone that I'd want to go drinking with. And I think that's a really kind of nice way of thinking about the distinctions between the guy, because he was an unashamed snob. And in that sense, he
Mm.
reflects the values of his day. He was an aristocrat, and it said that he liked competent people, but preferred talent with a title to talent alone. In other words, if you were the heir to a particular estate and you demonstrated competence, you were more likely to get Wellington's support in being pushed up that ladder and gaining his patronage, which was so key during this period in terms of, kind of shimmying your way up that slippery pole of advancement. And if you didn't, then sure, he'd help you out and he'd respect you, but he wouldn't give you the same level of favor. Now, he could be warm and charming. He was highly intelligent, hugely skilled at the art of diplomacy when he felt that there was a need to. He had incredible vision and focus and an astonishing work ethic. He was one of the ultimate overachievers of his period. And he had the ability to keep multiple ideas and plates spinning at the same time. In one moment, he could be writing a letter to an allied general discussing a strategy, and then set that aside and dictate an order on the amount of corn that needs to go in a horse's feed, because he was that much of a micromanager that he would tell somebody how many handfuls of grain needed to be in a particular mixture. It was insane. And then having done that, he'd turn around and lobby the British government for something like reinforcements. But for all those attributes that we can praise, he also had plenty of flaws. He was a hugely arrogant man, perhaps unsurprisingly given the scale of his success. He once spoke about how he had felt the finger of providence had been placed upon him. He was prejudiced, we've touched on that, a staunch believer in the ancien regime order, the idea that people are born to a particular place in society and those at the top are born to lead, and that status quo should not be upset. And that's probably something that was reinforced by the turmoil of the French Revolution. Looking at what had happened in France, seeing that instability would have just kind of reasserted that kind of conviction within him.